Pokemon investors are continuing to dump their investments and prices continue to drop with really no signs of any strength to go upwards. So in this video, we're going to be going through some Scarlet and Violet and some Sword and Shield booster boxes to show you guys what's been going on with these. Yeah, really the market has been very quiet. I guess not much of a surprise with what's really been going on in the past month. The market is truly slowing down. Still, I don't think we're at the point of talking about crashes yet, but it is definitely slow. It will be very interesting to see the Phantasmal Flames release, how that goes during a market where things obviously, I would say, honestly, I feel like the market how it is right now is probably the slowest it's been since this bull market started. I think this market might even possibly be maybe a little bit slower than the summer. During the summer, I remember, things were a little bit slower, but I feel like now more than ever, it's really been more noticeable. But well, let's just see what's been going on with some of these products and how things have been for these booster boxes. So first here, Paldea Evolved. So Paldea Evolved is still at $400. It has continued to drop in the past month, almost now $100, and no real big signs of a huge increase anytime soon. Sales volume really has not increased at all since prices have dropped all the way from almost $500 down to $400. Other than this one day here, literally everything has been kind of the same. It's kind of surprising in my opinion that people really aren't picking up Paldea Evolved at $400. At this point when pretty much it's booster box has pretty low chance of getting reprinted because it is going out of print early next year, and people really are not taking advantage of this. Kind of surprising, but I guess people don't see the value in it at $400. In my opinion, I feel like Paldea Evolved booster boxes is probably one of my top picks for investing in a Scarlet and Violet booster boxes, even though it is the most expensive one. I think Destined Rivals is pretty close there, but Paldea Evolved, the Magikarp, I just feel like the long term of that card is going to be amazing, but not many people are picking them up at $400. On eBay, they're pretty much the same price, and yeah, they're sitting here with no real signs of an upturn anytime soon. Next, Obsidian Flames. This one, I'm not that surprised, but recently there's been some people selling them for pretty cheap. These people have at least just this one person has actually sales. They're a gold star seller, and they're selling this booster box for $264, and the market price was $322, but it was selling more for $300. So people are actually dumping. This is a sign. If a gold star seller that has sales, highly rated, is selling for this much under market, that's $40 under what recent solds are. That's a pretty big discount. What is that, like maybe 85% market price they're selling on here? People are just getting rid of some stuff, and I think this person is like, whatever, I just want to get rid of it, and they're selling it for $263 or $264 from a reputable seller. Obsidian Flame sales volume in the past month, you can see here, isn't that great, and prices have gone down from $330 and now they're selling more towards $300. Some people selling it for even $260. So Obsidian Flames is going down, but honestly, I've always talked about Obsidian Flames. I didn't think was a great investment at all at $330, and it's kind of showing now, especially because the market's been going down. People are kind of just dumping these. Next, Paradox Rift. Paradox Rift has dropped pretty tremendously. If you saw the run up it had before, it's dropped quite a bit, and now it's all the way down to about $245. So yeah, Paradox Rift continues to drop. Even when I was at 270, 260, it is continuing to drop now down to 240. And if you look where it was before, the last time I was at 240, it was what is that, like 2 months ago? So yeah, it's just retraced back to where it was there. From its highs, it's gone down and corrected. And I think just that one pump kind of did it, and everyone just stopped buying, and the market got flooded, and people just since then haven't really been buying. Paradox Rift, I've talked about this set being a decent set, but I still don't see this being that popular, and it kind of shows. If people aren't picking this up at 240, I don't know what to tell you, right? I mean, at this point, Paradox Rift is one of the cheapest booster boxes other than Scarlet Violet Base, which I believe is like $5-10 cheaper. People are not taking advantage of the recent price drops. Shows you set's not that strong relative, right, to the rest of Scarlet and Violet. And people just don't see it being a great pickup because we're not seeing a huge uptick in sales volume even when it's gone even lower in price. Next here, Surging Sparks. Surging Sparks has actually gone up. This is one of the things I wanted to mention here. It stayed pretty stable. It hit a low. I talked about it at like 230. Now it's back to 250. People definitely took advantage of Surging Sparks. I think a lot of people are finding these at these Pokemon Center vending machines. I'm seeing a lot of people on Reddit, find these. So I believe that's where all this increase of supply is coming from and why prices have continued to drop during this, sort of down market. But people took advantage of Surging Sparks. Now it's back to 250. Who knows? Tomorrow might go back to 230. But people were taking advantage. Sales volume did increase, and as prices have gone down, and now we're back to 250. Destined Rivals. Destined Rivals, not really much to say here. Just want to show you guys it's remained stable at $380, but still no real signs of any upwards movement. It looks like it's pretty much capped here at like 380 to 400. I don't see it going much higher anytime soon. And also, you will notice sales volume has slowed down quite a bit in the past like couple weeks, comparatively to earlier here when there was a bunch of hype. So worth being noted here. Destined Rivals, I think is probably going to stay at this price for a while. Next here, Mega Evolution Enhanced Booster Boxes. These have been bouncing around, to all the way when it went to like 250, went back up to 280. Now it's at 265. So it's just going up and down with the influx of supply from the second wave. You can see a huge increase in sales volume, as prices have gone down. So Mega Evolution, this booster box, we'll see where it goes in the future. But right now it seems like it's still trying to find its place, and it just keeps going up and down as more people list. But right now it's at 265. Still, I would say in terms of investability, I know that's not really what this video is about, but in terms of investability, I feel like 265, that's still very close to where it was at its bottom at like 250. I still think it's a fine investment, but with this market, who knows. Prismatic Evolution, just want to throw this one in there. I recently made a video talking about how Prismatic Evolutions has maintained to be a very strong and set during this whole, I guess, downturn market, and it still has been, but recently prices have dropped down to around like 130 for an ETB. So hey, you're getting about like a $10 discount. It's not much at all, but I just want to mention this here. But Prismatic Evolutions has dropped a whopping $10. Next, Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield, really no signs of strength at all. Sword and Shield continues to drop, and we'll see what happens at the end of the year. I do still believe we'll see an increase in price somewhat towards the end of the year, but as for now, there's zero signs of any strength in this market. Chilling Reign under 500. Evolving Skies you can get now for low 2000s, guys. At one point these were pretty much $3,000. Now they've dropped quite a bit, all the way down to $2,300. So if you're looking to buy Evolving Skies, you can buy them for a pretty big discount right now because Sword and Shield is not really hyped right now. Fusion Strike is now under $1,000. Brilliant Stars under 500. Astral at 400. Lost Origin in the low 7s, and Silver Tempest in the mid 4s. There's honestly, really no signs of huge strength right now in this market. I don't think it's crashing. I think it's just stable. But from where it, was and now it's dropped to, it's stable where it is. But there's definitely not that huge surge of strength. And the feeling in this market right now, and just how, people are, reacting. It's definitely, the hype isn't what it used to be. But we'll see what happens. Obviously, this downturn has been here for about a month now. If at the end of the year we don't see any major changes to the market and the sales volume and the price movements, and when we into the next year, we can maybe start talking about, okay, maybe is this the start, or was this really the start of the downturn? But it's still, in my opinion, a little bit too early to tell. But we are still in this sort of bottom of the market from where we were previously in this bull market. And it's interesting and we will see how this market turns out. So just wanted to update you guys on how booster box prices have been moving. A lot of them have been continuing to move down with no real signs of strength with people buying in at the dips. So that's all I want to share with you all. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.